Hi guys, let's talk about Module 6 and beyond. Right now you guys are beginning the module because you're doing the readings, and so let's take you to the readings and then back to the course calendar. Hi guys, we've made it to Module 6. Let's talk about Module 6 and beyond. First, let's look at the calendar. You had readings for today, and then a discussion due on Thursday and another on Friday, followed by an extra credit assignment you can complete on Monday. I'll show you in the readings where all of these assignments are explained and described. You will then have a set of readings to do, followed very quickly by your final annotated bibliography. It's good to be preparing for this in advance because it comes up fairly quickly. Essentially, your discussion post on Friday is a trial run of your annotated bibliography. So it's important that you look at the models and find your sources efficiently so that you can put that together. Then, of course, you're going to have another discussion, and that is all of Module 7. Then you will have your peer review of your third essay in discussion 8. Then you'll have the final essay due. So we have just a few weeks left in the course. So I hope you are prepared and feeling confident, and I feel that it's helpful to have someone walk you through a little bit more carefully in this last module because there is so much to do and there are generally so many questions. So let's look at the readings for Module 6 because that's where a great deal of explanation is found. Unit 3, Module 6. I'm going to walk you through this and call your attention to some things just so that you're more aware as you read what you should expect to find, but then I am holding you accountable for reading it all as well. Right at the top, Module 6, objectives are explained. We've already completed number 1, submitting essay 2. The rest of it's going to be about doing research on a topic and documenting that research and then writing your research argument. Some of you have already identified your topics, which is great. That post about your topic selection or your potential topic selection is due tomorrow. You have a description of the annotated bibliography. I really encourage you to read that. Essentially, let me just give you the summary version. Essentially, an annotated bibliography is a list of citations, just like a works cited page. The citations are just like they would be there. The difference is that there's a paragraph which summarizes and analyzes the article. And the analysis is answering the question, how will this be useful to my essay? So there are specific questions that you should answer. You don't need to respond to every single question that is provided for you to use in your analysis. Use the ones that are most important, that yield the information that makes that piece relevant to your research. I realize that doesn't make a whole lot of sense the way I explained it, but it will. All right, it will make more sense when you start looking at the description of the annal bib. Okay, over-talked that. Then you have the description of your research argument. Read the whole thing so that you know exactly what's expected of you. Again, I'm talking at you, but I'm expecting you to also read all of that material. All right, again, required readings are all of the links talking about how to use outside sources. Okay, we're scrolling on down here. We've essentially done Essay 2 revisions, so let's skip that part. Here's just an explanation of how the annotated bibliography and the essay work together. I think it makes sense. Basically, your annotated bibliography is saying, here are my sources and why I'm using them, and preparing you to effectively use that information in order to make your argument. And your argument is going to be related to the career in which you see yourself in the future, and some kind of controversy or disagreement that exists within that field. So you might have to look around a little bit, but for these popular careers, here are some examples. But it doesn't have to be one of those even if you are in those careers. All right, so then you've got your discussions listed. All right. Just to explain this extra credit assignment, you'll see here that what you need to do is email or talk to our online PIMA librarian. I suggest you do this as quickly as possible because there are other students taking this course at the same time. They're all going to be emailing him. And you guys have a tight time frame to do this. So I would say email him tonight. Or you can use the Ask a Librarian widget that should be in the left-hand column on the homepage of our course. Or you can call or email him. You can stop by one of the libraries and meet Keith. If you happen to be on the campus where Keith is, if you email him and make an appointment, he's really approachable and really, really super helpful. And I'm not kidding. I got a picture in my email last semester from someone who actually connected with him in his office, and he was totally game. So he is the most friendly, extroverted librarian I've ever met. So please reach out to him and get those 5 extra credit points. Okay, let me show you something about the library online. If you've not done this before, you'll need to go log into MyPIMA. And when you do, you'll select Library from this black bar across the top. Select Library, and this gives you access to everything that we have in the digital archives. That sounds fancy. All right, you can try the mega search. That's going to yield you everything. So if you want a variety of results, click there because it'll give you books, videos, articles, plays, every form of media that exists and is related to your topic. If you want to streamline your search, you can go to articles and databases, and you can either search by subject if you already know your subject. Excuse me. If your career field is very closely related to one of these subjects, go with that. I sometimes just go to all subjects or general to get some general databases. Actually, what I usually do to search first is I go with Academic Search Premier because it's a meta engine. So it's going to Google and not actually Google, but it's going to do a search of the other search engines. I didn't have to explain that to you, did I? But let's say I want to do some research in my own field about dilemmas or controversies facing first year composition courses in community colleges. Let's see what it will yield. I've given it some very specific search terms. All right, so this is kind of interesting. Moving beyond the hype, what does the celebration of student writing do for students? I'm curious to know. Perhaps you are too. But more interestingly, I want to show you what you can do looking in the library's website. You can read the entire article in full text, many of them. It's a PDF, so you can download the article and save it. You can email a link of it. You can email it to yourself if you use this email feature. A very helpful thing and something that I want you all to take note of is, and hopefully you can see it, this right here. It looks like a works cited page. It says cite, and when you click it, it's going to generate works cited entries for you in different citation styles. So you have to scroll down, find MLA, all right, and here it is. So remember that in the modern form of MLA, there are different versions of web addresses that you can use for online sources. This is actually something very relevant and current that you can use, and I'm going to recommend you include that. Notice it's not a URL specifically. It's something fresher that has to do with online databases and how to find sources within them. So go ahead and include that information. Please do make note that we are using MLA and not APA, and those are slightly different. You'll need to use different styles in your writing life. I've used Chicago. I've used APA. What else have I used? Something called Cherubian, which is very much like Chicago, actually. Oh, they are the same, aren't they? Okay. Yes. I've used a format for engineering, so they're slightly different. All right, I just basically wanted to show you how you could search our databases, because for discussion 6, you need to find one source that is from the databases and one general source. So that's how you search the databases. You can choose whatever source looks interesting to you for this post. And in discussion 6, so I'm trying to talk and scroll down at the same time. And then the other one can come from anywhere. You can use 2 sources from the databases if you like. The other thing is, with both discussion 6A and 6B and your annotated bibliography, you aren't stuck using those sources, and you certainly don't have to use only those sources. But there is a minimum number of academic sources that you need to use, so read the descriptions carefully so that you meet those guidelines. Okay, longest video ever, but I had the most to cover. Email me if you have questions.